October masterclass, and it's about turning using Power BI to tell stories, to tell data story, and how you can turn complex data into clear narratives. And as we all know, it's an exciting thing to use Power BI. It's really good to use Power BI, and it's very important that we know how to use Power BI. So this is like an introduction to Power BI, and our instructor is here to teach us how to do this. Yeah, so please, as we start, we'll be quick as much as possible. Please mute your mic, stay present, and if you have anything, you could always use the chat box, right? And after this session, we'll talk about scenario, but scenarios of Tech Academy where we teach people data analytics, data science, financial modeling, and we're one of the best. So yeah, we have one of our instructors here with us to take us on the tester session, and that's Adeniyi Babajide. Yeah, he's an experienced product manager, and in fact, it's not just experience, he's a senior product manager, and he has almost a decade experience in the field. He has worked in various industries, and he's a dedicated mentor and coach to various persons interested in tech. He has helped and inspired so many people, product manager, product designers, analysts in over 17 countries, and it's going to be an exciting time, I'm saying. So yeah, good afternoon, Adeni. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
All right. So yeah, you can have the floor. Should I stop sharing?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You can share your screen now. Others
All
will
right.
join in.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Ademi Babajide, and yeah, like I mentioned, I'm a product manager, I'm a data analyst, and I'm also a venture builder. So what this means is that as a venture builder, I help entrepreneurs develop their idea from having an idea up until taking you to the stage where you have a company, and you can have a company, you don't have a product, right? So I'm also the guy that helps you make sure you have the right product that people are willing to pay for, and then it delivers value. And I didn't get to become a product manager or a venture builder without starting from the basic, which is data analysis. I had to learn how to make informed decisions, having to use data. And if you are on this call today, if you're going to be watching this recording, you're doing yourself a big service, because like a lot of value that you can get from the session. You're just going to wrap up in like next 30 minutes, right? And not just for the session alone, having to now come into class in our academy, then you have a whole lot of value packed for you. So if I were you, I'm just going to make sure I get the best out of this. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to speak about data analytics, what data analytics is, the types of data analytics, and how you can become a data analyst, and tools you can also use to become a data analyst. Right. So I normally start with this, right? This like I use it on the teaser, right? So to ask you, what do you see? Um, Data analytics, it helps you see things from a different perspective. So if you show this to anyone in the area, they're gonna tell you they see a lot of vehicles and people are stuck in traffic. They're unable to get where they're going. But beyond that, there are a lot of things here that you see. There's a lot of data, there is problem, there's solution, and then there's also business opportunities, right? And business opportunities here there are a lot of business opportunities, and these are multi-million dollar business opportunities. So let's get into it. What is data? Data can be anything as long as it fits into this definition. So data is a value subject with respect to qualitative or quantitative variables. In essence, data and information or knowledge are often used interchangeably. However, data becomes information when it is viewed in context or post-input analysis. So your data is as good as information you get out of it. If you are not getting information, if you are not getting value, if you are not making decisions based on your data, it's useless. It's as good as you having trash in your trash can, right? So, moving on. Data, like I mentioned, can be a lot of things. So, data can be measured, collected, is reported, analyzed, and when upon, it can also be visualized, right? And data, as a general concept, refers to the fact that existing information or knowledge is presented in some form suitable for data usage or process. So for every data that you have, there's a hidden secret, there is a hidden insight in that data. And how best you're able to get these things out is what you're going to be learning in class, right? So I'm of the school of thought of anybody can become data analyst. I don't care what industry you're coming from. I don't care what your educational background is. Um, I don't care what you do for a living, right? In anything that you do, you can become a data analyst. And that is part of the things that we're going to be going through in this session, and also part of the values you're going to be getting out of the class. So we're not just telling you to come into the class, come learn how to become a data analyst. We're telling you how to be better at your job, how to be better at your job, how to stand out among your colleagues and be the star of the company. Because again, you are the data analyst. Everybody trusts you to be able to make informed decisions. So you become the company's favorite employee. If they don't see you, if they don't hear from you, if they've not seen Peter, if they've not seen Khadija, they can't make decisions. That's because Khadija, Peter, Adeni, everybody on this call are the custodian of data. They are the one that knows the hidden secret that no one can see anyway. Right. So, what is now data analytics? We've spoken about what is data. Now, what is data analytics? Right. And it's simple. Data analytics is a process, right? It's a process of one, inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling your data with one single goal. You have just one thing to figure out to discover useful information. And why are you discovering this useful information? For you to be able to support your decision making. You don't want to make decisions based on what you think. You don't want to make decisions based on your emotion. You want to make decisions based on what the data is saying, based on what the fact is. You don't want to make decisions based on I think it should read. I think if we put my money, if we put our money here, if we could do this investment, we're going to do this. No. You want to make decisions based on fact, based on reality, based on what has happened. And you want to use that to predict what is going to happen. That's data analytics for you, right? And data analytics also has multiple um, approaches, right? Encompasses diverse techniques. You must have been hearing things about data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, you name a whole lot of things. And you must also be having hearing, like people say, I'm a business analyst, I'm a financial analyst, I'm a crime analyst. Whatever analyst you want to be, it starts with data analytics. Then you can now create a niche for yourself. You can now say, okay, I've learned about everything, but this is what is interesting for me. I want to go to the UK. I want to go to the US. I want to immigrate to Canada. There are a lot of opportunities for data analysis. Right? A lot of opportunities for business analysis. Okay, let me become a financial analyst. Let me become a business analyst. But trust me, this is the basic. This is where everything starts from. Without this, you can't get there. Right? Types of data analytics. Again, remember, data analytics is a process. It's not just garbage in, garbage out. Because you can't afford to mix all of those processes. You have to go through those processes one after the other. And all of these are just framework, their mindset, their principles that guide you, which makes me repeat again, you can be a data analyst regardless of your background, regardless of your educational background, regardless of currently, you can be a data analyst and you can excel home and abroad. I'm a living testament to that. People that have attended the class are living testament to that. You can excel as a data analyst. Just come with the mindset of I don't know anything. I am coming to them. We have instructors, we have mentors that are willing to hold your hand and make sure you get the best and you become the best at what you do. Now, types of analytics. There are four major types of analytics, and they are diagnostics, descriptive, prescriptive, and then predictive. And it's just simple. These are just simple English. So this is why another reason why I think is very, very interesting, right? Because you don't need to think about a lot of things. Just ask yourself, what are types of analytics? Diagnostics, descriptive, prescriptive, and predictive. And these are just English definition. Diagnostics is why did it happen? I'm having headache. I went to the hospital. The doctor is asking me to do one test. I go to the lab guy. The phlebotomist is my blood. That is data that they're collecting at that point. And they're trying to find out why am I in this? Why am I feeling this way? Before going to the phlebotomist or going to the lab, I've been to this before. And doctors ask what has happened, right? Before the doctor can now move ahead. I mean, if the doctor is actually a doctor and not a quack that didn't go to medicine, I mean, even though you go to medicine, they can prescribe anything. But they can tell you what should you do to make sure you do this week again. They need to get that result back from the lab. And that's where prescriptive comes in. What should we do? Now we know how you're feeling, we know what led you feeling this way. What should we do to make sure you don't continue feeling this way? Then they prescribe you medication. And then you go to the pharmacy, to pick up a drug. And they tell you, if you continue with this, if you don't take your medication, if you continue the lifestyle you've been going through, there's high chance of this happening, and that is where predictive analytics comes in. What could if I don't change my lifestyle? If I if I don't start eating, if I'm still skipping meals, if I'm not taking my ulcer medication, right? The high chances of us coming back is very, very high. And that is where data analytics comes in because it gives you that information. You already know what has happened. You already know what is happening. You know what you should do to be able to solve that. So if you continue this rate, you already know what is going to happen, right? And that is predictive analytics. And I often like to people that play um, bet like that, right? They go to that place to predict soccer match so they can put their money on. If they don't have data, they can't do this. Who's going to win a match, and they don't know who they should put their money on. They're just going to do wide guess, and it's going to be a game of luck. But data is the game of luck. Remember, I said data analytics is not you having to make decisions based on your feelings, based on your emotions, based on your opinion. This is having to make decisions based on facts, based on numbers, based on reality, based on what has happened. And that is data analysis. So you just need to remember this four things. What I did it happen, um, and what could happen. And then just me the teaching you in class, you are your you are I'd say you're on a fast pace in becoming a data analyst. Moving on. It is a non-fact. Data scientists earn more than average IT. These guys are so they are the um what do I call it now? They are the council of chiefs. If you are Yoruba, you say they are the Afrojays, right? Because they are the one that make things happen. for the king to make any decision, you need to go consult your family elders. And that is where data analysts come. So before the president can make any decision, they need to go consult the special advisor because these people know what is happening, know what will happen if you don't do this. Right? So they have all of this knowledge. The same way before your boss, your CEO, the management of your company can make certain decisions, they need to consult you as a data analyst. You must have been seeing a lot of buzz around everywhere where people saying robots is going to take your job, AI is going to take your job. And I keep telling people AI and robots is as good as the person that is giving the prompt. It's the issue of garbage in, garbage. What you give to the AI that's going to give out to you. Because the AI was also trained with data, guys. It's as simple as that. AI was trained with data. And so if you're worried about, okay, I work in XYZ, yada yada yada, AI is going to take my job, not as you being a data analyst. If you are data analyst to what you currently do now, I'm telling you, nobody is going to, no machine is going to take your job. Because the machine that's going to take your job is being trained by the data you are giving. And if there's nobody to train this machine, if there's nobody to provide all of this data, I mean, I don't know. How does it want to take your job? How does it want to function well? Right? So, moving on. And these are like I call them the data gods, right? They say in data we trust, but every other person must bring data. I mean, data is the fact. Data is the, I don't know if you are Yoruba. They say this, what's it called? You have to go and consult the God of divination, right? If you don't give the data, the God of divination, it can't tell you anything because the God of divination is can't see anything. So you need to go give God of divination data, right? And Ronald said, if you torture the data long enough, it will confess, right? And this that the principles, the mindset, um, the frameworks that guide data analytics, which is all of the things you're going to be deep diving into in class, right? If you torture it enough, data is going to confess, just like the way you torture criminals. If you torture them enough, if you've been using hot water before and they've not been confessing, by the time you use electric charge or you use pressing iron, they will confess. You just need to know where to touch it and you get value out of it. So these are like different the big fours, all the big companies, global companies, which all know how they use data analytics, right? You have Amazon, you have Facebook, you have Google, you have P&G, and then you have Coca-Cola as well. And this is the process of your data analysis, right? So um, reporting is first what has happened, what is happening, why did it happen, what will happen, what should we do, and what can we offer, which still goes back to the whole four principles of data analysis. Okay, so um, okay, so these are like a couple of data analytics tools, right? Um, Trust me, this I'm going to give you this for free. You can go learn all of this by but this does not make you data analyst. So you can go watch tons of YouTube videos, tons of don't read a lot of books. But those are all what someone sat somewhere to write, not what is reality, not what is happening in the real world. And that's why the class is very, very interactive. It's not just based on what someone is thinking somewhere. It's not just based on someone's feelings of emotion. It's based on your use case. What is your goal for coming to the class? You want to get a promotion. You want to get better at it. You want to move into your company. We use that to train you in class. So we are telling you based on your roadmap, based on your career roadmap, based on what is going to add value to your career, anything, right? So, again, there are different data analytics. You have like the leaders, Tableau and Power BI. Power BI is the top one visual data analytics out there, and then you have the other one, the niche players, like the login analytics, pyramid analytics. You have the base, you have the Oracle. All of these guys are just like niche players. So You only use them for specific use case of data analysis, say for crime analysis, say for cyber analysis, and all of those niche segments. Great. So we're going to be doing looking at a few things in Power BI. So I'm just because of time, I'm just going to show you what has been done before with Power BI. I'm going to show you what has been done before Power BI and what we can do in Power BI class. Yeah. And then I'll be just in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to give you. So trying to load up my Power BI. Sec coming up. So when my Power BI is coming up, are there any questions? Mic check. Um, sorry. Okay, coming right up. Share, share this. So look at this for instance. This is just a bunch of rows and columns, right? That was given to us by e-commerce company. And it was given to us as a data analyst in this multinational company. But all of these are just rows and columns. We just have a bunch of numbers. We have what do we have? We have product ID, order date, ship date, customer ID. We have customer name. What? Let me just copy this and then let me put it here. So you can see clearly. Paste. So I just transposed all of the headers so we can see clearly. We have order date, we have ship date, we have ship mode, customer ID, customer name, segment, country, state, code, region, product ID, category, subcategory, product name, sales quantity, discount profit, and then profit margin. But these are just all bunch of what do I call them? They don't give us any information. This does not tell us how to it doesn't show us how to grow our business, how to generate our revenue. It doesn't tell us what state or what city is bringing our most revenue. It does not show us where we are losing money. It does not show us where we are losing money. It does not show us where we should be investing more resources, right? And as the custodian of data or the wise counsel that we are, I'm just going to show what we were able to achieve with that. Um, some reasons I can find my Power BI is taking forever to come up. Okay, so one sec. So while I'm doing this, guys, any question?
Please, if you have questions, you can ask and raise your hands or use the chat box. And if you don't have questions, let us know so that I don't have questions here, so that we can know you are following.
I want to believe everybody's following and they're asking themselves, when is it last? Where's the next class start? Okay. Um, I am trying to go back to the meeting. Okay. All right. Here you go. And here we are. So from what I just showed, which was just like the bunch of Excel sheets, which was just rows and colon, right? Look at this. You have region central, west, east, and we have south as well. From this, we're able to transform it to this. And we're not going to agree that with this, we're able to make informed decisions. We're able to see how our business is performing at a glance. We're able to see the top 5 states with sales ranking. So which of the states is ranking by state and which of the states is also ranking by profit. And if you look at this very well, for our top one sales by top 5 states by sales, we have California ranking. By profitability, California is ranking. Follow me. We have New York at second. We have New York. But something happened. The third state by sales is Texas. But in profitability, it is Washington. And because Texas is ranking by sales, does not mean they are making profit, guys. I mean, I don't know how. I just feel so excited about what you can do with data analytics, right? Texas is making a lot of profit. The sales manager or the branch manager or the regional manager of Texas is like, management, you need to increase our staff salary. We are doing 30% of our total revenue in the entire state or in the entire country. But in reality, Texas is not making profit, right? We have Washington as the fourth. But in our profitability, Washington is part of our top three states that is giving us profit. I mean, what is the essence of having a business without making profit, guys? So the CEO is like, oh, we need to give a lot of money to Texas, we need to increase the budget, a lot of money. But you are now the guy that comes to say, Mr. CEO, sir, in as much as Texas looks good on the paper, they are bringing in revenue, but they are selling at a loss. They are just putting in more money. We are not even able to capture back the money we've invested because they've given out all of our money. They've given it out as discounts. So they're in the business of the product we bought for 1,000 naira. When it gets, they'll be able to buy it for 700 naira, which means they're giving as high as 30% discount. The CEO does not know this. Nobody knows this, but guess who knows it? You as a data analyst, right? And when it comes to the top 5 profitable states by ranking, Texas is here. Like we have over 40 states in the US, and Texas is among the bottom 5, and they are among the top 3 in sales. Let's move on. This again. Our customer lifetime value, right? Which is how much customer can spend business within their lifetime with us is $230. And the marketing guys want to say we want to invest in our marketing and our customer acquisition cost is $1,000. Again, because the CEO is saying that we are making total sales of $2.3 million, right? It makes logical sense to say, okay, if we have this kind of sales, then having to, you're not calling me.
Even with the kind we have to be respectful
I
of
guess that's a
polite.
mistake.
I would rather go with politeness than go with respect. Because if you don't earn the respect, I'm not giving it to you. Of course. So I would rather be polite. So even while I'm on air, and some people say some bullshit.
You're muted though, Omoye.
No. You have a leader personality.
So,
I say, okay, not come on,
$1,000 for customer acquisition cost. And give a reason why we can pay 1,000 naira, because we are making the revenue, guys, right? But because you already know that a customer can spend more than $230 $230 with us, you kick against it immediately. If we try, we are going to be burning out, because the max, it doesn't make any sense based on the data that we have, that a customer only spends $230 with us, and are going to use $1,000 to buy from us. It doesn't make sense. For us to be able to put $1,000 hire a customer, then customer needs to, our customer lifetime value needs to be at least $10,000. So we know that we are investing 10% of our value from the revenue into customer acquisition cost. Again, guys, the CEO doesn't know this, the business management doesn't know this, but you know this because data analysts. Let's go forward. Right? You have the total sales by month, right? Total sales, the total profit each of the months. And you see here that our profit in May, in April, like in March, there was growth. In May and down to June, it was on a steady line. Your job as the data analyst to also find out, why did this profit decline? What did they do in this period that reduced our profit? Then, so you can able to now prescribe prescriptive analytics now, guys, to say, okay, our profit declined in this period. Why did it happen? You go back to diagnosis analytics to know why it happened. So for us, for our profit not to decline again, then you need to prescribe. Now you need to give business ideas, strategies, insights on what they can do to make sure this profit doesn't decline. If we continue on this path, that is predictive now. If we continue on this path and we don't solve this problem, our profits will keep declining. Right. I'm just going to take a pause here, right? And yeah, I mean, these are also like margins, like two categories. And you also see here that we are running at a loss as 9% on some products, and we cannot tie it back that more sales, but they are not making profit. Because the bottom line of a sales company is your profit margin, right, and your cash flow. So, guys, I'm gonna leave you and just hope to see you in class, and we can take this further. There are a lot of value, there's a lot of value that you can get out of this class. So thanks very much for your time, and my contact details. I know it's going to be so kind to share that with you. I'm free to chat. If you have questions, the value you can get in class, you want to know if the class is the right value. I'll be happy to talk about it as well, right? So I can have a clarity call with you, be able to advise you based on my experience. So thanks very much, guys, and do enjoy the rest. And over to you.
Thank you so much for this snippet into what um analyze data can do, what Power BI can do. Please let us know if you have questions. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, because there's so much you can learn, there's so much that data could do for you. It can inform decisions. And in the beginning of when it was presenting, it showed us traffic, like a typical Lagos traffic picture, and where we're able to see there's a problem, there's a solution, there's opportunity. So when there's a problem, it's something that data can actually solve, right? And it's very important that we know how to analyze data. There's no profession you want to be in. There's nothing you want to do that you don't need data, even for day-to-day living. Even if you are not even a business person or a career person, you just living, you need to have your data. Yeah, you have to know your numbers. It's really important. It's help you to even like track. Even okay, how much you just spend in a month for transport, how much you just spend on food. You know, these are the conversations you should even have. Then if for your workplace, there's no way you don't need data. Are you an accountant? Are you a receptionist? Are you anything at all? Even a gatesman, if he knows how to use data, he would know, okay, what kind of car comes as particular period of time, how many people comes in the morning, how many people comes in the afternoon, how can they park effectively, how can they travel effectively. These are things that really help. And when you know how to use data, when you know how to, turn data into helping you to make a data-driven decision, it really helps. And that's why we are really here, to know more about how to use data and how to be a data analyst. Everybody needs to know data. Even if you're in your workplace, you need to know your data, you know how to use data. It's people that know how to use their data, that can tell stories, that can make informed decisions, that move up the ladder. Right. I'd like to share my screen. So yeah, we already had the session with yeah. So yeah, if you are really interested in learning any tech skill at all, we as Scenario Academy are like your best place to really learn data analytics, right? Not just data analytics and data science, financial modeling, project management, and business analysis. Yeah, and we run an online and physical class. We will support you. We're not just here for you to just learn and go, but we would actually really support you to actually learn and be able to implement what you have learned. How you can be an career professional, can be a business owner, because we are very practical, and our instructors are one of the best, and they are really intentional about your training. So even if you don't know anything about data or know anything about using Power BI or SQL or Excel, in fact, our courses are beginner friendly. So something you really want to jump in. Yeah, we offer post-training support, we send you job opportunities, and if you have any issues at all while working, or you didn't remember your formula, you don't know how to go about an analysis, you can always bank on us to like reply you. And we have a data analysis class coming up next week, November 2nd. November 2nd. That's next week, Saturday. So because you are joining this session, you actually have like a 30% discount. So you could reach out to us on in our email. You definitely have gotten our email if you register for this course, or you can send us a DM on our social media platforms. Yeah, and even if you need our curriculum to see, okay, what am I going to learn? What are they talking about? You can actually reach out to us, send your curriculum. You can reach out. We have like testimonials from our previous students, our alumni. They always recommend. In fact, most of our students are always very fast. So a student will always refer somebody because we are that good. Yeah. So if you want data science, if you have like basic knowledge of data analysis, you could do the data science class. If you more into accounting, yeah, an auditor, you're in the economics parts of the finance parts of data, you can join our financial modeling and business evaluation course. We also have a business analysis and project management course, which is not here. It's 300K and it's online. It's really, really comprehensive. So if you're a project manager, you want to be business analyst, that class is for you. So yeah, these are days. We have weekend classes, we have physical classes, and you can join. And because of this master class, you have 30% discount. So yeah, I sent a form for us to fill. Please, if you really need a recording, if you need to reach out to us, please fill the form. I think I'll drop it again in the chat box. There's our attendance form. Please fill the attendance so I can get, access to the recordings and even more resources from us. We give you links to our YouTube channel where you can see all the previous master class. Yeah. And yeah, if you want to visit us and have conversations with us on, maybe you need clarity or anything, you could also call and even go to our physical office in Atikeja. You can call your number on your screen. And yeah, so let me know if you have questions. If you have questions. Internet are really earning big. In fact, I'm on my way to learning data analysis. Even as a marketer that I am, I do a lot of analysis on data, so I will keep tweaking and knowing how to use them. So there's money in data, big data. So you can see how much other people are earning this. So and you don't even have to learn all this. You can just do the major ones. Yeah, you can never see any major ones and you're good to go. So let me know if you have questions. Emmanuel, is it James Lynn? Let me know if you have questions. Would you like to say anything at all? All right, no problem. Thank you so much all for joining in. Please do fill the form so that you can get access to the recording. Thank you. Thank you for taking our time to learn and to be with us. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone.